Hi guys, James here. Welcome to Tobaldi Goes Modelworks. Now, we've got an inbox review for you here. It's Trumpeters, 1/48 scale, Seahawk, FGA Mark 6. That stands for Fighter Ground Attack, I think. Now, obviously, it doesn't have Hawker and it doesn't have Armstrong Whitworth in front of it. Obviously, length 249, width wingspan 245, total plastic parts 89, photo etch parts 1 piece, total sprues 4 pieces. Now this is going to be a build for the Wendy's Memorial Group build. Yes, and people are thinking, so you haven't finished the Stuka for 2 Fush. Yes, it's on hold. I'm still waiting to finish some bits off on that. So yeah, so I dug this out the stash because obviously I've got an interest in the aircraft, because I worked on WV908. Now WV908 is the one that's Navy wings, and then funnily enough was when they unfortunately retired the Sea Harriers. It was the Royal Navy's only operational jet. True that. So I'm quite used to climbing all over the skin on this. So I'm pretty familiar with the plane. I do have a particular fondness for this one anyway. So let's have a look around the box. Again, nice detail shots there. On this side has a little bit of history. Has it slightly unusually thin because they used hydraulics on the wings and they both went up together. So yeah, strange that. Now we have 1, 2. We'll have a look at what the sprues are. That's Sprue A. Yeah. Let's send everything flying. That I was told to get because obviously the wing fold mechanism doesn't show much detail. Obviously we have the familiar looking rockets and drop tanks. Glazing, unfortunately one bit has pinged off the sprue. The other main sprue, which is Sprue B. The paperwork, and it's sitting down the bottom, and the colour scheme there, and sitting down the bottom are the decals. Again, Operation Musketeer. We have the yellow and black for the decals in here, so obviously we will have to see whether they behave themselves, because this kit was a second-hand kit that I brought. If not, I'll have to find some decals for it. Again, before I open the sprues, we'll have a look at the details. Obviously, building up the rudimentary ejector seat. Photo etch seat belts on there, tick box for me there. Building up the instrument panel. Not that there's a lot to see. Fitting that all together. Grey blue, I think it's pretty much the right colour there. And this one has the undercarriage bay. Again, it says State Silver. Again, check your references for that. because most of the naval aircraft were silver at that point, at some point. Fitting the undercarriage bay, all the bits around here. Fitting the undercarriage. This could be fun. It's usually because it's what's it? Makes painting it challenging, but not impossible. You have to mask it up. And we're fitting the split jet, the intakes and the split jet pipes there. Again, they caused a little bit of a problem with the split jet pipes, because obviously it runs off one, I think it's a Neen engine sat in the middle. They have a in the internal bay you have an exhaust splitter, and that exhaust splitter, if they don't check it, which they didn't after we restored it at Dunsfold, it burnt through and it cooked all the metal in the fuselage. So we had to literally rebuild the fuselage in there. And I unfortunately was working on it when I was being made redundant in 2000. Obviously I've got a few photos of the plane, but yeah. And then it went back to Yeovilton and was worked on by British Aerospace engineers, and they got it flying again. Obviously she's in the middle of a big overhaul again this time. Obviously I digress. Fitting a few bits and bobs in the interior, inside. Obviously, you don't state anything about painting that silver there for the undercarriage bay. Plonking it in, plonking a pilot seat together. Then we're building the tail section, which is correct because obviously tail section again splits behind the engine bay. It comes off for access to a fuel tank, I believe, in there. So you're making up that bit. Ruddy great ejector hook, as I saw an apprentice walk into the back of it and knock themselves out. It's quite funny. Wasn't for the apprentice, it was for everyone else, because he said, watch out, I said, watch out for the arrestor hook. What arrestor hook? He went wallop and he knocked himself out. So quite fun was had by all there. Obviously join the fuselage together, making up fuel tanks. Says make 2 on that one. Again, this one has make up the wings, drilling the holes for the rockets. Don't state any size there, and then you put in the air brakes on. Again, they were silver on that. And fitting up the interior parts for the wings. And then you've got the option of the wings out or folded. It's not a very big aircraft, to be honest, with the wings flat. But I'll do them with folded up if I can. Obviously you've got to fit the undercarriage there. That front undercarriage leg may look familiar to some people. It looks, because the first Harriers had it, because they were rating the spares for the Harrier, for the P1127. This one's the undercarriage, fitting the undercarriage, fitting the doors, undercarriage doors. Again, those ones are closed. That's right on that one. And yeah, making the rockets fairly straightforward. Again, fitting up the ordnance and the various aerials, little intake, cooling intake for the avionics, not that there's much, and fitting the canopy, and you're done. So fairly straightforward instructions. Hopefully the kit is. And then we have the decals. So HMS Bulwark, dark sea grey and sky. Not that they call it in here, they think they call it IGN grey. Decals for the stripes. Recommend you do those with a masking tape. If you've got outlaw yellow, that's fairly straightforward to do. Actually, I might actually do those on this one. Methinks. We've got our HMS Albion. There. And HMS Centaur. And that's it for the colour schemes. So let's have a look at the B sprue. No bits floating around in here. Again, nicely laid out. Little bit of flash there. Not a problem. Just clean it off with a sanding stick. Has the undercarriage bays nicely detailed, and that in the wings on here. There we go, you can drill those out. It's actually quite a bit of detail on that, but there's no brackets on the on them, unfortunately. Very nice too. Got seat pedals, ejector seat ring, undercarriage doors, and all the flaps there. And the flaps have internal detailing, which is pretty good. I would say. Yeah. So that's the B sprue. Next up is the C sprue, and this has the tail section in here. Again, nicely detailed. Nice ejector pins in there. Should go together well. Tail planes look nice. Again, it has the location pin in here and the tail's located on it, so yeah, very nice it is too. That's the C sprue. These are C sprue as well because they're the bombs. Obviously, Trumpeter love putting little tiny sprues in like this. Drop tanks, yeah, they go together. They'll go together well. The tails of the rockets there. Then we have the rockets. They have the joins on the back. Can be a bit fiddly, but if you take your time, they're not. That's a C1, that's a C3, and that's a C2 sprue. This is the A sprue. It also has the photo etch in here. Let's get that out. Have a look at that in a minute. Yes, so this one, again, we took off all the panels. This is in on the wing, so just to give you a quick idea, we took all the panels off here because the split eject jet pipe had burnt through. Let's replace all the internals there. It's a nice representation of a Seahawk. Admittedly, that one will take up all the weathering on them. Main undercarriage, the rear undercarriage leg. Main undercarriage legs there. Centre section of the tail plane. Wheels. Nicely executed. Again, the jet pipes intakes need a little bit of clean up in there, but not an issue there. Cockpit there. Not that you'll really see a lot of it. Yeah. So I'm just looking around here. The familiarity of the plane. Because on WV908 we had to give it all the transponders and that, and I had to access the go through it, stand up inside through an access panel, and make a mount for the transponder, which is I think down here somewhere. So it's quite a challenge to get to, because it's a very small aircraft. Yeah. So that's the A sprue as it stands. We've also got a little bit of PE there. That's the instrument panel and the seat harness. And we have a clear part for the instrument panel as well. So I think you paint the back of the instrument panel silver, and it should all pop through. Theoretically, all pop through. Very nice it is too. And then we have the glazing. I will open the bag here. The Trumpeter's glazing is pretty special. Again, nice and simple approach. Back piece of the canopy there. Fits together nicely. Very nice that is too. Put it over on my. So, little no distortion on there. Put those back in the bag. Don't want them to get scratched. But that being said, they are fairly robust. If they fit. And then this is a CMK internal bracket, well, the brackets for the folding set. So hopefully they should just clip in. Obviously you have all the hinge work and that for the folding mechanism. which to be honest you do need on them. So that was a quick review of Trumpeter's Hawker Seahawk, or Armstrong Whitworth Seahawk. I think it depends where it is built. But anyhow, that's going to be another entry for Wendy's group build. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Bye for now.